Good afternoon and welcome to the Windsor Star's Net News at noon. The cleanup continues in historic Riverside, which was slammed by a vicious storm yesterday. I was in my basement watching golf, but by all accounts it was a doozy, toppling trees and slamming some cars. So we have a photo gallery online. Make sure you check it out. A bit of a strange one here, folks. A Windsor man who believed he was owed a 12-pack of beer by some residents in the 800 block of Howard Avenue showed up to collect with a machete. He had these four guys, held him hostage for a little while, threatened to cut off some limbs, say police, and ultimately he was arrested. He's in custody facing multiple charges. Pay off your beer debts, folks. And a 36-year-old London man is lucky to be alive after he jumped from a break wall in Lakeshore into Lake St. Clair into just some shallow water, 2-3 feet deep. He broke his neck, but he's in hospital, expected to survive. Police say alcohol was not a factor. Okay, big council meeting tonight. I'll be there like every Monday night, live streaming it and live chatting it for you. A big one tonight. Council's going to consider an administrative recommendation to outsource parking enforcement services. That move would eliminate 13 jobs and save the city $2.2 million over 5 years. Now, City Council is also going to take another look at that contract that awarded last week to Turtle Island Recycling for the garbage after some concerns were raised about whether or not the company had provided full disclosure to the city about past litigation. Okay, folks, in sports, Louis Oosthuizen from South Africa on Nelson Mandela's 92nd birthday brought home the claret jug for South Africa, dusting the field by 7 strokes. He was a 250-1 long shot before the event began, but he was unflappable. Shrek, kudos to him. Okay, we also have a gallery online of participants in the Lorraine Triathlon this weekend. We got a special guest for you today. Paul, come on in here now. His name is Paul Synnott. He's the reason, folks, that we now have, one of the reasons we now have 10 wards in the city. City Council tried to dither on that one a while back, and he started up Citizfaction and, sort of started carpet bombing city councillors there, demanding we have 10 wards. Kudos for that, Paul. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
What Citizfaction have coming up?
We got an event coming up this Thursday night at Milk downtown, 7 o'clock. It's social media and politics. So we're running a series trying to help people running for municipal council learn about politics, what they need to do to get their message out, how to talk to you guys, how not to talk to you guys sometimes. Just trying to give them some of the tools to run a more effective campaign, teach them about the process.
And one of the things about 10 wards, you were hoping it would create sort of more discussion and more candidates, and so far you think we've been seeing that?
Absolutely. I think you had an article in the Star earlier this week. I think we have over 35 candidates now for City Council, which I think is great. This time last year we only had about 15, so the interest is up, and hopefully that's going to translate into more votes.
Okay, now you said you might have another event later on in October, same sort of thing. What will you be talking about at that one?
The last event we want to do is a Get Out the Vote event. We want to teach people, the candidates, what they need to do to get people out to the polls and actually vote. Hopefully we can increase the vote total a little bit this time around.
And what do you need? Because what was it? It was like 38%?
Yeah, it's it's pretty depressing for somebody who's interested in politics. I had a great civics teacher when I was in high school, a few years back, who inspired me to be passionate about what goes on in your community. So hopefully I can pass it on to some other people.
I got to tell you, this guy is a true believer. He is there every Monday night. He's got his laptop plugged out in the hallway at City Hall. He's doing the live chat. Help me out with the live stream. He really believes in the local politics. A lot of people find it mind-numbingly boring.
It can be at times, but if you get involved, I like to encourage everybody to join Don on the live stream and the live chat. It's interesting. People like it, and you can see a different perspective on local politics.
And why is it important for people to get involved? As you say, that 38% vote, but it seems a lot more than that are complaining.
Well, this is it's the most it's the level of politics that affects you the most. It's these are the guys that are in charge of making sure you have sidewalks in front of your house and the potholes are filled and everything else. So it's what affects you each and every day. So you think you'd be a little more concerned about that, at least to vote once every 4 years.
Okay. Anything else coming up for Citizfaction?
We're also we're just planning a series of kind of a rock the vote concerts Thanksgiving weekend. I want to reach out to youth a little bit. A lot of them are very interested in the arts and other issues, and they feel like they're left out. Well, the reason they're left out is, like everybody else, they don't vote. So we want to encourage them to vote, reach out to them in a different way.
Okay, you guys got a website?
Citizfaction.ca.
Okay. The big question on everybody's lips tomorrow, of course, we're going to find out whether or not Eddie Francis is going to run for mayor again. Any thoughts?
I think it's a no-brainer. I think he's going to run.
There it is, folks, online and on your porch. We are the Windsor Star.